Well, this month marks Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. That's why Crime Stoppers of Houston and Civic Hearts Community Services are uniting and using both of their voices to get the message across, raising awareness about warning signs of teen dating violence and resources that are available for you. Joining me now is Joshua Webb. He's with Safe Community Institute Manager of Crime Stoppers of here in Houston, and Elena Kramer. She's the team leader for Civic Hearts Community Services. Thanks both of you for coming in. This is an important topic, everyone, and we know that. So why this month, and why are we not celebrating but informing people about what they need to do to help these kids?
Yeah, I think because we know that millions and millions of women and men across the country are being harmed by intimate partners, and a lot of that abuse happens at a very early age before they even turn 18. So a lot of the habits that they're building, their expectations, their boundaries have to be solid at an early age so that they can be set up for healthy relationships later. And so if we can talk to students and their families about developing those things, whether it's assertiveness, empathy, but then how to communicate those boundaries as well, just to make sure that people are safe as teenagers, but also as adults throughout the rest of their lives.
And I love how Crime Stoppers is all about trying to protect not just teens but adults when it comes to violence, and the forefront on that. So Josh, thanks for explaining that first of all. But Elena, tell us more about what the resources are that are available through the community center as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot. So we actually go out to different school settings, community settings, and we have multiple presentations and evidence-based curriculum that we actually teach youth anywhere between the ages of 10 and 19, all about teen dating violence, how to have those healthy relationships. But they could come to us to get those resources, but we also have Crime Stoppers. We also can refer them to different resources in our community. So if they don't know how to have those conversations, or loveisrespect.org is another one they can go to. If they need to learn how to create those like safe breakup plans with their partners and how to stay safe out of after a relationship, they can also go there as well. So a lot of great resources.
That's a learning experience for these teenagers, because they're trying to navigate so many things, emotions, hormones, everything involved, and they need these tools. And I know Crime Stoppers has been in the forefront again of bringing this. So I love the two of you collaborating. Also though, have you noticed, either one of you can answer this, have you noticed an uptick, sadly, in teen violence when it comes to relationships? And why do you feel that that's happening? Either one of you can answer this.
Well, I notice, at least with the students that we teach, a lot of times they just don't even realize that they're in unhealthy relationships, and after taking our presentations, they have to reevaluate their relationships. They get upset because they're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that this wasn't okay. And most of our students have, even if they haven't been in an unhealthy relationship, they know someone who is, or they've seen it with their own eyes, maybe if not at home, at school. So it is definitely a big problem, but it's a preventable problem that we're trying to help out with our youth.
I love that you're doing that. Also, you brought up a good point, Josh. It's not just girls.
Yes.
It's boys who are also abused in that. What can we do to change the narrative about, oh, it's only girls who are getting hit or hurt in these relationships, but to help boys too?
Absolutely. I think talking about it, right? I think there is such a stigma around men and victimization and being vulnerable, right? And so admitting that, yeah, I'm being hurt by somebody that I love and care about. Telling a partner that, hey, what you did or what you said hurt me or made me feel scared, whatever it is, like that is it's difficult for a lot of people, but I think when you're talking about men, there is just another layer that makes it that much more difficult, right? And so if we can give men and young boys healthy examples of how to deal with conflict, how to deal with rejection, how to deal with intense feelings of jealousy or whatever it is, right? I think that can
help.
All
right, sorry to stop you. We're running out of time, but quickly, your websites for everyone.
Yes. So 2025, right? Crime Stoppers of Houston, we are launching our Million for Million initiative, right? So we're trying to educate 1 million kids across the state of Texas and their families. So millionformillion.org.
CivicHeart.org.
Perfect. We're going to have all this on our website after our show. This is important information, everyone, so please use it. Provide these resources and help these teens stay safe. All right, so we've got a lot more still ahead. Stay with us.